Okay, so how do you flatten wood? I flatten wood with a slab flattening jig. A lot of people tell me I want to make a river table and I don't have access to a planer. That's good because planers don't make wood flat. Planers are actually called thickness planers, and they're for thickness. It's to get it to the desired thickness. Now, once one side of your board is flat, of course you can get the other side flat as well, but you run the risk of getting snipe, which is where it takes off a little bit of each edge, or one or the other. So it never really, don't do that. So I started out with a little palm router, a little Makita. I still have it. I use it to round over my edges or do a chamfer. I did upgrade to the Triton. It's 3 1/4 or 3.5 horse. It's a monster, it's a beast, but it's amazing. For what I really think matters is to make sure that your table is flat, that you're on. Like, make sure this is dead flat, whatever you put your wood on. And then your bit. So you could start out with bits from Amazon ranging from 20, and yes, this is unlocked while I'm sticking my finger in there. Anyways, so you could start out with like little $30 mortising bits off of Amazon. I'll put a link in the description. But I prefer the one from Amana, I think it's Amana. I always say Amana. I love this bit. It's got carbide inserts, 4 of them, and it's freaking amazing. I wish it was bigger, but it's not. So that's what I have. It's about $160, $170. Totally freaking worth it. But like I said, I went with the Amazon ones, but you're not going to get that much use out of them. So what was happening is that I kept buying those $30 bits. Well, I spent what I would have spent on this anyways. The carbide inserts are only $7 to $11. So think about it. Right. Okay, so anyways, the way that I flatten it out is what you're going to do is right here. So I have my stuff set up. This is a piece of wood that I'm going to be flattening out. And you're going to want to be sure that there's no, like say if I turn it over. See that? Okay. So if I turn it over, there's a cup in it the other way. So it's kind of better this way. So then I will make sure that I get the play out of here, which I'm going to just make a couple of quick wedges. Okay, so right here, you see it's like clean. So we're gonna go a step down from there. Okay, now that we have our one side flat, we're gonna remove our homemade shims. If you got ones that you bought, good for you. Good for you. I just recycle the wood that I have in my shop because I don't like waste. Alright, so make sure your surface is clean. Sorry, my mess was going in my mouth. So make sure your surface is clean. I have a brush for this. I just didn't go get it. So there's no play. This is flat. Flat, flat, flat. Okay? Now, I'm just gonna hold it still, and I am not gonna touch my router, okay? Leave your router where it's at. If you leave your router where it's at, then it'll show you where the high spot is on this side, okay? Pro tip right there, like a lot of people don't do that. Leave your router where it was at, go over it, and you'll see your high spot. Okay. All right, so if you look right here, you see that? That's our high spot. So we're gonna start here. Okay? So we're just gonna do steps, and we're gonna work our way down and be done, son. Okay. Alright, so that's it. Like, that is how I flatten my slabs. And let me show you how efficient this is. If you do it right, you are going to get dead flat slabs. So there's more than just flat wood though when you're in woodworking. You gotta make sure that it's dry, right. So you can find dried wood, kiln dried wood on Facebook. So there it is. That is flat. There's no play. See? Nothing. That's it. Okay. So what happened to me was I got an order for a table and I didn't know how to price my stuff yet. And I bid it super, super low. And they held me to that price. And I shouldn't have done it. But in the beginning, I felt like some work was better than no work, so I can just show them what I can do, get my name out there, and do something so that way I can make sure my baby's hospital bills are paid, right? So I took it and I bought some kiln dried wood, but it wasn't kiln dried. It was like a homemade kiln and a tarp and some other crazy crap. So basically what happened is when I first got it, the wood that I bought, when we tested it, I just stuck the moisture reader, I just stuck it in and it read 8%. Okay, cool. So what you want to do is check where the core is at. So if you get it cut, check at the core. And sometimes you can, sometimes, I mean, most of the time, if they're good, they're going to have something that'll go down into the wood, and you can just check like that. But, so basically, like, 4, 5, 6, maybe a week later, days later, I flattened my wood out, and then I poured it, and I saw it cupping. And, it wasn't bad, but I saw some things happening. So basically what happened is when they dried it, they didn't dry it right. So the moisture that was stuck inside, like in the core of it, so everything out here was dry. The moisture was in here, and what happened is that it dispersed out into the rest of the wood after time because it wasn't done right. So be careful with that as well. But this ultimately is how you flatten a slab. So after it's flat, well, that'll be another video. So So if you got anything out of this, smash that like button, and I hope to see you next time. If there's anything, I just want to say this real quick. If there's anything that you need help with, want to learn, or anything like that, drop a comment down below and just let me know. So I want to know what you guys want to know. Like, what do you want to know? So once I know what you want to know, then I got you. Until then, I'll just put out there content that I think you want to know. Alright guys, I'll see you next time. Be safe out there. Things are crazy. And goodbye.